I don't want to unnecessarily draw comparisons with the Labour Party, but I do think it extraordinary that in this election we've heard for the first time in history the Chief Rabbi say that he fears for his community in this country were Mr Corbyn to be elected. And I think it's a quite extraordinary state of affairs.
Jeremy Corbyn, it is extraordinary, isn't it, that the leader of a religious community has to warn people about you and your party?
Anti-Semitism is wrong and totally unacceptable in our society, in our parties, in our political life, and the history of the awful treatment of the Jewish people in the 19th century in Germany indicates exactly where that kind of language and that kind of racism leads us to. There is no place for it whatsoever anywhere in our party or our society, and there never will be, as far as I'm concerned.
You see, what Jewish members of the Labour Party say is, if this was black or Asian people who are victims of racism, you would listen to them. But when Jews say that your party under your leadership is infected with anti-Jewish hatred, you say, no, no, I know better.
I don't know better than anybody. I listen to people and amend, if necessary, the rules and processes. I'm the leader that introduced an investigation process, introduced a disciplinary process, introduced a process of education, introduced a process for dealing with egregious cases. And yes, we have suspended or expelled members where we have found them guilty of anti-Semitic behaviour, as indeed other parties have done the same. But there are problems of Islamophobia within our society also, as you quite rightly draw attention to, and there are problems of language that is used. I do not ever use racist language in any form to describe anybody in this world or in our society.
Let's be clear, you're saying that
we need a world where we treat people with respect.
You're saying that he does? I think he's clearly saying, Mr Johnson, if you want to reply, that he thinks you have used
I missed that, but let me respond by saying that I think that Mr Corbyn, I'm sure, is very well intentioned, but I think that in his handling of this particular issue, his unwillingness to take a stand, to stand up for Jewish people in the Labour Party, his unwillingness to protect them, to put an arm around them, is, in my view, a failure of leadership.